trapped in a system that preordains failure. It creates a sense of hopelessness and despair, right? It feels like no matter what we do, we can't change the outcomes. And as human beings, it's one of the worst things that we can do to each other, right? And so, and I think the people who get it worst are the ones who live with the downstream consequences of decisions made upstream. So I think that's an important problem because these are the problems that we take home to our families, right? And that affects, the people around us. It's not just us.
And it failed because it was unproven, right? This was our requirement. Provide each paying customer with a personal job search assistant available via email and phone. And we went and did this because this was the requirement. If you change the wording to make it a hypothesis, we believe that providing a personal assistant to each customer will drive up customer satisfaction, renewals, and retention rates. All of a sudden, we've got something to test and success criteria to test against.
Testers are evil. Testers are evil, evil people, okay? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why testers are so evil. As a dev, this is what I do. I write my code, make my application, give it to the testers, and the testers go, yeah, that's great, it all works, and they put it in production. No, they don't, right? That never happens. Here's what really happens. Testers have deliberate discovery skills, the ability to deliberately discover what is wrong with my application.
He says he wants it reusable.
Well, what if we isolated the logic to a component and then ultimately harvested that component out into a larger, piece of architecture later on?
I think maybe he's saying that we don't make it reusable now, but we set it up to be reusable later.
And basically what's happening there is that they don't really know how to build your application. So if you have it automated and you can teach a computer how to do it, it also means you've documented exactly what the steps are to make it work. So if you can't hand it off to a computer, have that computer do a get latest and then build your application, I think you probably don't know how to build your app.
Both types of systems thinking, like I said, have their benefits and failings. So when hedgehogs try to do hedgehog work, they're good at finding the right answers. When foxes try to do fox work, they're good at finding the right questions. But when hedgehogs try to do fox work, they end up with what I call big picture porn. I'll show you a couple of examples. And when foxes try to be really good at execution and try to do hedgehog work, they come up with the clumsiest hacks in the world.
It seems kind of weird that you got to tell people that this is the way it should work. And I said, it is. It's shocking. It's obvious. But we've been trained so well by the corporate machine to not act that way that we have to unlearn some of this behavior that we've spent the last 30, 40, 50 years learning. So treating people as people, and we're all humans, and there's error in some of the stuff that we do, we've had to relearn some of that.